Hello everyone, my name is Veena. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about one particular technique called explainable AI. In this particular technique, we generally explains the train model on particular data set. So when we train the model on any particular data set, so model try to learn upon the data and it will give the respective output. So it is like we just give the input to the model and it will give the output. So here the thing is we are not able to understand what model being learning inside, like which features it is calculating more, which features it is focusing more, or which features it is contributing more towards the output. So likewise these kind of answers we don't have. So to explain such things, how predictions are being predicted out from the model, we generally use an explainable AI. There are varieties of explainable AI tool in the industry. So we are going to explore one important explainable AI that is called as Shapash. Shapash tool will help us to understand like what's happening inside the model to explain some particular predicted output. So generally when we train the model on any particular data set, user or business folks generally they will ask like so what kind of features are being included, what features is more contributing more towards the prediction. So to answer those kind of questions, we need an explainable AI. So for interpreting such things, we have to explain or we have to give importance to the explainability of the model. Such kind of things can be achieved by using varieties of tool. One of such tool is called Shapash. This Shapash is tool internally uses the Shap tool. So let's see how does it work. Before going to the Shapash documentation, here you can see we are just giving the training data to the model and model it is giving the output that is a loan got rejected, but user have a number of questions, so whether you can trust or this model or not, or like why loans are rejected, or any error in the data. So these kind of questions user is having, so we can't answer if we don't have explainability of the model. So to answer those questions, we are using the Shapash. Here, Shapash is clearly mentioning that loan is rejected because of user has low CIBIL score and no credit for 6 months. Last EMIs are bounced. So because of this reason, the loan got rejected. So now user can understand clearly that what is the output that model it is giving. So to interpret these kind of output, we need to use the Shapash tool. So let's see how what is happening inside the Shapash tool. So this is the Shapash home library. Here you can see one beautiful dashboard kind of thing. This is a web API. So we can see lots of graphs or charts over here. So this can be viewed over a dashboard, as this help us to visualize the things in a properly. So this is the one particular window and we can understand all the features. Here in the left side you can see feature importance, and also we can see the positive and negative impacted features and the prediction on the new data set, that is test data set. So everything we can see in just in one particular dashboard. Now let's quickly jump onto the Jupyter notebook and see how does it work. So we need to install the Shapash. So since I already have the Shapash, I'm not going to do. So here I'm importing pandas random, and we need to do the train and test split. So that is why I'm importing train test split from the scikit-learn, and I'm just doing one simple model, that is random forest regressor, that is also present in scikit-learn. I'm just importing this library just for visualization purpose. I'm just importing the cban. So in order to create that dashboard or web API, we need to import the smart explainer which is present in the Shapash library. I'm going to run these two line of code. Okay. Once that is done, I'm just importing the Boston house pricing dataset. Here we need to predict the price of the house based on the features which is present. Here we have different features. Here in this window you can see what are those features. So this is the explanation of the features whatever we are using. Cream Z and chance RM is nothing but like average number of rooms present. So this is all about the independent features. So I'm just importing that Boston housing data set, and I'm specifying the independent and dependent and independent variable. Here dependent variable is price, and the independent variables are everything excluding the price. Okay. So next, I'm just doing the train and test split. Here I'm specifying the test size as 30, that is 30%. Suppose if we have 100 data points, 30 data points should go under the test size. So once the splitting of the data set it is done, then I'm just training the model by using the random forest regressor, and some hyperparameter tuning also provided here. Once the training of the model is done, I'm just fitting with a training data set. Once that is done, here I'm just making the prediction. Here we are using the dot predict function to make the prediction. So once all these steps are done, now Shapash will come into the picture. Here we imported the smart explainer from the Shap library, right? So I'm just using that function. So here I'm just specifying the model, whatever the model. Here I have given the model name as just model only. So this is the variable I'm specifying here. And we have to, once this is done, we have to compile by using the prediction data as well as the test data set. So once this is done, so here if we run this line of code, you will get a beautiful web API. So this is the dashboard, Shapash dashboard, which I was talking. So here you can see the all the things in a better way, right? So right hand side, it is the test data, whatever the new data set or the test data set we have given to the model. So that thing we can see here in this particular window. So this is the feature importance column. So this is the if you scroll down, so this is the individual feature contribution, and here you can see the local explanation. So if we selected some row, for example here I'm just selecting the 19th row, so it will shows the local explanation about this particular row. So here you can see positive and negative impacted features. So likewise you can see the various parameters in local explanation. So we'll see what is for feature importance. Here feature importance is nothing but, so in order to make this prediction which features are contributing more. Here if you see RM is nothing but a room size, number of rooms. So here it is contributing almost 40%. When it comes to next variable, that is LST80, that is giving 37% contribution. Likewise you can see all the contribution on individual features. So this is all about the feature importance. Next, if you see, so what is the particular prediction and what is the contribution. So these things also you can see. When it comes to local explanation, you can set the threshold. Now the threshold is 0, and if you change the threshold to 1.7, the local explanation will vary. So now as of now I'm not setting any threshold. I'm just making it as a 0. And if you would like to display only top 6 categories which is contributing more, so that is also possible. So these are the top 6 categories which is contributing more towards the output. And if you would like to see only positive contribution, that is also possible. You can uncheck the negative and it is showing LSTAT, age, green, that. So these things are positively contributing. Likewise you can see the negative contribution also. And if you don't want to see any particular feature like B, so which is contributing very less, and if you don't want to see this thing in your plot, so you can mask that data. If you mask B, So it will go off from this particular local explanation. When it comes to data set, and if you would like to see some filters, you can add those filters as well. And if you would like to see the true value versus the predicted value, so that is also possible. So this is all about the Shapash. And if you want to make some presentation out of it, and if you want to take the snapshot of this also, so that is also possible. You can download this image and you can make use of this image in your PPT. So this is all about the explainable AI. So we have done house price prediction by using the Shapash library. I hope you understood the interpretation of the Shapash. So thank you everyone.